Like my mom always say, you got it. I'd be like, what is it? She'd be like, I don't know, but you got it, cause I got it, so you got it. Hey, what's up? I'm Diamond. Welcome back to the best and the brightest, the nicest and the finest channel on YouTube, Diamond Star. Today I am bringing you a video that's a little bit different from the topic that normally be on my channel, but we're talking about how to cope with anxiety, because a lot of people have it, but they don't talk about it and they don't let other people know they have it. I do sometimes struggle with anxiety, especially with like big crowds of people. It's just, it's a lot. Anybody who's like me, who might be on a little bit more the reserved side or like might not enjoy the biggest crowds, let me tell you how I cope with it and able to be the social butterfly that I have turned into. Stick around because it's going down after this. So the first way to cope with anxiety is to first hit the like button, because it's the easiest way to do it. You hit the like button and it's gone. Like, you don't have to worry about it. Also, another way to get away from anxiety is to just breathe. Sometimes when we're really in stressful situations, our body releases different types of hormones that cause our bodies to go into fight or flight response. And you don't need those type of responses in every situation. So you don't want to walk into a restaurant, a store, a family reunion, anything, and be in a fight or flight response mode, because it's gonna be very stressful for you. You're not gonna be able to relax. You're gonna be very much noticeable because you're not gonna be acting normal. You're gonna be very fidgety. You're gonna be looking around, or if anything, you're gonna overthink any and everything that anybody does or anything that you do. So the first thing you want to do is breathe. Do you see how that works? It just calms down everything. And if you're in the moment, just kind of find a quiet place where you can just take in 5 to 10 deep breaths, and it should calm you down. But in the long term, to overcome anxiety is to meditate. Make sure you take about 20 minutes out your day and just meditate on everything that you want to happen, all the positive things that's in your life, and just take time to breathe. No music, no social media, no technology, no nothing, just you, yourself, and your mind, and just allow peace to come into you and just bring positive energy into your life. And I promise you, your anxiety will decrease drastically. Another thing that you can do to avoid anxiety or to cope with anxiety is to exercise. So when you exercise, your body releases endorphins and dopamines. It causes you to boost your mood. When you exercise, your body naturally has a way of making you feel better. Like, exercising makes you feel happier. When I get nervous, I don't know about y'all, but I have a lot of extra energy. So sometimes I might have to excuse myself, go to a private, secluded place where no one can see me, most likely like a one-stall bathroom with a door. And I might do a few jumping jacks, run in place. I don't know, just something to just get extra energy out, and then it just causes you to be like, okay, I got this, I got this. Some people shake their hands. There's so much stuff that you can do, but I just wouldn't do it in front of everybody. I would just, find a place by myself. Don't tell anybody I do this. It's just between me and you. In the long term, if you want to continue to see like exercising actually work for you, I would take out about an hour a day to exercise. Exercise every single day, because when you're meditating and then you're exercising on top of that, not only are you keeping your stress level down, but you're keeping your mood up. So exercising is not only about like anxiety, but it's also to help you in every aspect of your life, because literally it can help you just get your life in order, prioritizing and organizing everything. The next thing I want to talk to you about when it comes to coping with anxiety is to find a confidant. Find someone that you are willing to talk to and you're willing to tell your true feelings to. I have found my confidants to be my mom, my sister, and my grandma. And I call them about 2 times a day each. I make sure I call them when I wake up, before I go to sleep, and sometimes I call them when I'm in between classes. I talk to my family a lot. Like, my family is who I go to for peace. Like, if my mind is ever unsettled or I'm just put off by something, I call my family, and my family be the one to like help me. They'll give me that daily constant reminder that the stuff that I might be worried about is just mine. And you have to find who that person is, whether it's a best friend or if it is your family, or even if you have to go get a therapist. I mean, therapists are kind of expensive, but if you're a college student like me and you go to a public university, see if your campus offer any, just find someone, because when you're able to talk about something, you're able to talk things through, a lot more things start to make sense and you start to figure out things for yourself. Sometimes you don't always need advice, you just need a listening ear. Till you find that person that you can absolutely trust, I would journal my feelings. I would get like a regular notebook with a pen and a paper and write down how I feel until I'm able to find someone I can actually speak to. Number 4, practice makes perfect. And I'm trying to tell you this because if you're someone who you prefer a smaller crowd, or you don't really like going into a situation where you don't know a lot of people, make sure that you practice surrounding yourself with people. The only way you're going to get comfortable in big crowds, the only way you're going to get comfortable in a big room of people, or even a small room of people that you do not know, is for you to consistently put yourself in those type of situations for you to be able to practice. There's no specific way to go about it. Just make sure that you put yourself in those situations so you can have kind of experience meeting new people. And you can even go as far as challenging yourself. You can wake up every day and set a goal for yourself, similar to my goal every day is to meet one new person. Eventually, when you walk into a room, you'll know at least one familiar face, and then you might know 2 familiar faces. The whole room of unfamiliar people that was once unfamiliar, you know them, and they're all familiar faces, and those people that you can actually, feel comfortable talking to and feel comfortable being around. The next thing I want to tell you about anxiety and how to cope with anxiety and how to combat it or like get rid of it, just make it go away, just never have to deal with it again, is to put your phone down. But people just are always on their phone. Even I'm guilty of always being on my phone because I like watching YouTube videos. I got games on my phone. I do my homework on my phone sometimes. I'm always on my phone, but I realize that sometimes when you walk into a situation, the first thing people do when they don't know anybody around them or when they feel uncomfortable in a situation is that they pick up their phone and they go boo, 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 boo. We're so connected today to be disconnected. It's always better to put your phone down and then sometimes talk to the people that's around you. There's nothing wrong with, especially if you were in school, to turn to the person next to you and be like, hey, how are you? What's your name? I'm Diamond. Nice to meet you. What's your major? You're involved in anything? Just start little conversation, and a little conversation could potentially turn into friendships, and at the very least, a connection that you have. You never know what they're connected to. They might be able to connect you to something else. Don't always be so, in your own world that you just forget about everybody else around you. On the same note is sometimes we're by ourselves. What's the first thing we do? Go on social media. We aimlessly scroll. I ain't gonna lie to you, social media is a wonderful thing, but it is also a highlight of people's life. It's not, everybody's life is not what they put on social media, but sometimes it can make you feel like you're not doing enough. So you need to take breaks from social media. Whether you decide to do a 24-hour cleanse from social media once a month or once a week, or vice versa, you say 10 minutes a day, not when I wake up, not when I go to sleep. Let me just find designated time to use social media throughout the day. I mean, there's so much stuff for you to do. I listen to a lot of older people, and they talk about how much fun they used to have as a teenager, as young people. And even Cardi B has said this at one point. See, look, I'm quoting something Cardi B said. She was like that, young people are so focused on what celebrities are doing and so focused on what other people that we aspire to be like are doing, that we're not actually creating experiences and memories for ourselves. Sometimes we need to put our phone down and start creating memories and experiences that we can tell our kids about in the future, and just live in the moment, because social media can sometimes take you out of the moment and it can cause you to miss a lot of stuff, and that can be the #1 cause of anxiety and depression, research shows. One of the most important things on top of staying away from social media, finding your confidant, exercising, meditating, these are really good things, but one of the most important things is making sure that your mind is right. Sometimes we can be our biggest critic, and instead of us always feeding ourselves negativity, try feeding yourself positivity. Even if you can't do it right now in this moment, because you might be so caught up in, I don't have this, I don't have that. There are motivational resources that you can use. YouTube all day long has motivational videos where you can wake up in the morning and you can listen to that motivational video while you're getting dressed, and you just put positivity into your mind, to your brain. You just start your day off with a positive start. Even if you're in the moment and you might feel like, you know, a little anxious about something, just even do a small little whisper to yourself. Like, you got this, you got this, you got this. Whatever you have to tell yourself to pep yourself up to the point to realize what you have, like, you already got it. Like my mom always say, you got it. I'd be like, what is it? She'd be like, I don't know, but you got it, cause I got it, so you got it. Just like I got it, my mom got it, you got it. And you gotta remember you got it. And when you walk into any room, you walk into any situation, whenever you feel anxious, you gotta remember that you got it. And it's a pleasure to everyone else to meet you. Not saying nobody else, because everybody in the room should feel like that. And if you don't, you start this video over again and hit the subscribe button. And make sure that you hit the notification bell so you know when I upload new videos. Alright, I love you. For now, I'm Diamond Star, and I'll see you in the next one. Mwah.